Hello, my friends. As you're coming in, say hello. Just waiting for it to pop up on my screen and making sure we are A-okay this time. Can you hear me and see me okay? Looks like I just popped up. So there's a little bit of a lag today, but as you come in, say hello. I'll give it just a few more seconds before I get started. But if you guys can hear me okay and see me okay, let me know. Well, we are officially at the top of the hour, so I am going to go ahead and officially get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cards by TLC. My name is Tammy Savello, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of the San Francisco Bay Area. Been a demonstrator going on 8 years coming this fall, so I'm excited about that. Today is Thursday, August 4th, and we are streaming here live right here on YouTube. As you're joining me, come in, say hello. Hey, Amy. Hey, Nell. Yay, glad you guys can make it. And if you're new here, let me know that you're new here. We would love to say hello to you. Or if you are catching us on the replay, be sure to put the hashtag replay in the comments and say hello. I always go back and read my comments. Hello, Heather. Welcome, ladies. Thank you for joining me. Can you believe today is August 4th? We're already in August. You guys, it's officially my birthday month, so I will be saying that for my lives all through the month of August. And I am turning the big 50, so for the month of August, I'm actually giving out a free gift with a $50 purchase. And this week, I'm going to actually be sending out a newsletter each week, but this week, our free gift with our $50 purchase, along with the celebration promotion that's currently going on in place, you will be receiving the Fine Sparkle Gems. These are one of my favorite embellishments, and I will actually be changing it up each week. So this first week of August, you would be getting a Fine Sparkle embellishment along with your $50 purchase. So each week I will be picking my favorite embellishments to give out specifically that week. But this one happens to go with the Gnome Storybook. Oh, you're right. Today was Aunt Nancy's birthday. Thinking of you guys. My cousin Amy is on right now, and today would have been my aunt's birthday. So hello to my cousins Amy and Sally. Anyhow, the Fine Sparkle Gems do come with this suite, and we are going to be playing with the Kindest Gnomes along with this storybook designer paper. I absolutely love this paper. Look how adorable that is. And today's project, we're going to be using this winter scene. I absolutely love it. I love the gnomes. They are kind of a near and dear to my heart as I grew up. My family, my aunts especially, and my mom were obsessed with gnomes. We're a Norwegian heritage, so the Scandinavian gnomes were very big in our family. So that is what we are going to be playing with today. Let me go ahead and get this stuff out of the way, and I will bring in our project. And our project today is this absolutely adorable double gate fold. I love fun folds, so anytime I can do something that is relatively simple, not overcomplicated, and make multiples of, I am down for that because I do a lot of craft fairs, and this would be a great craft fair item. So that is what we're going to be playing with today. And like I said, we are going to be playing with this adorable designer paper. and this winter scene on this, and I absolutely love this designer paper. It has just different designs on the front and the back. I love the back side on some of these. These gnomes are great. You can have a coordinating dies that actually cut these little gnomes out, coordinating dies that cut out like their homes, their little mushroom homes. And then these are great to just fussy cut out. And in fact, I'm actually doing a craft fair for a moose lodge. So I thought these will make great cards. So I will be go ahead and doing that. Let me stop in and say hello to anybody I may have missed. Great. I'm glad you guys can hear me and see me okay. So let's go ahead and get started. And like I said, let's pull the band off. This is a double gatefold, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in the template before we do our die cutting, or not cutting, and scoring at the same time. But here is our template. So if you are watching this live, if you'd like to grab a screenshot, feel free to do so. Otherwise, all the sizes and dimensions, as always, will be on my blog tomorrow at cardsbytlc.com. So you can go ahead and take a screenshot of that. I'll leave that on there. And then I'm going to go ahead, and the first thing that we're going to do is do our cutting and scoring. So I have an 8.5 by 11 cardstock piece. And we are going to go ahead and cut that and score that. Let's go ahead and bring in our trimmer. I love our trimmer because it has both the scoring tool and the cutting tool at the same time. And the arm extends out to 17 inches. So you could do a lot of scrapbook pages and projects and stuff like that. So let me see if I can get both in here at the same time. Yes, I can do that. So we are going to cut our cardstock at 5.5 by 11. So along the 8.5 side, we're going to cut that down to 5.5. And I'm going to keep this piece off to the side because we're going to be cutting this down to 1 inch and use that for our belly band. So let's go ahead and make sure that we get our scoring blade right here at the top. And we're going to go ahead and start scoring. And we're going to be scoring at 1 1/4, 3 3/8, 7 5/8, and 9 3/4. So let's go ahead and start with our 1 1/4 is right there. And I love it. Makes a nice deep indentation into our cardstock. And then our next one is 3 3/8 right before that 3.5 mark. And then we are going to go into 7 5/8, which is just right past that half mark before the 1/4 inch card mark. And then 9 3/4. And that is all we are going to need with our cutting and trimmer. And I'm putting my cord in our trimmer here. And then let's go ahead and bring in our other pieces that we're going to be doing. Now, one thing that I did forget to do last week was decorate the card, or decorate the envelope. So we are going to do that today. We are not going to forget about that. In fact, I think we're going to do that first. But let me go ahead and go over the sizes and dimensions that the pieces that we're going to be using. Again, if you don't have a notepad handy, feel free to swing by my blog tomorrow. All the sizes and dimensions will be on the post tomorrow. So this piece right here is actually 2.5 by 6, and that is going to be our flap piece to decorate our envelope. So we'll go ahead and put that right there. And then you're going to have 4 strips of our designer paper, 2 at 1 7/8 and 2 at 1 1/8, and then a little strip piece of 3/4 inch by 5 1/4. And I forgot the insert piece, so bear with me just 1 second. Let me see if I can reach this really quick. Sorry about the mic, guys. And then our insert piece is, for the inside of our card, is 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have Balmy Blue, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. And that's going to be our front of our belly band. And speaking of belly bands, I forgot to cut off the 1-inch belly band piece here. Let's go ahead and do that. And we'll put that aside, and that aside, and this back down. Let us go ahead and get that out of the way. Working with a small little area. So let's go ahead, before we forget, let's go ahead and do our envelope piece first. We're gonna come in here and let's go ahead and bring in Tom and glue this piece down. Again, I like to do coordinating pieces that go together. I figured I'd use the same pattern in this pattern paper. And again, this is 2 1/2 by 6. And then you just line that right up with the crease of the envelope. And then go ahead and push that down. Come in with our scissors and trim the excess off. Very easy, and it makes a great design for our envelope. Now we could also stamp a gnome in the corner. That would be kind of cute. Or we'll just leave it as is. How is everybody doing today? Are you guys staying cool? I know that there are several parts of the United States right now that are going through horrible, horrible heat waves. And luckily, knock on wood, we are having very decent, cooler weather. That kind of scares me though because of all the fires and stuff like that. However, we usually get our really, really, really warm weather in September and October, so I'm really kind of dreading that. But yeah. Anyhow, so there's our envelope. So that is done, out of the way. Go ahead and put that over here. Next, we'll go ahead and do our stamping. Now, this piece right here that we're using, the 2 1/2 by 2 1/2 piece, is the front of our belly band, and that is going to be our focal point with our gnome. So let's go ahead and bring in our gray granite. Now, you can use Tuxedo Memento ink. However, I kind of wanted to make him a little bit softer. So I'm using the gray granite. I want to make sure I'm not missing any comments. We are good. Okay. No questions. That makes me happy. That means I'm answering all your stuff as I'm talking. So let's go ahead and stamp our little gnome up in the corner. And I wanted to do him kind of like a diamond shape. And then go ahead and close that and stamp. I am using Starry Sky. This is my new favorite blue. It's one of our newer in colors. I absolutely, as you know, blue is my favorite color. I am a blue girl. Any other blue fans out there? Ooh, that wind is picking up. I'm sorry, you guys. That mic might be picking up the wind. If it gets a little too loud, let me know and I will go ahead and shut the window. But I do like the breeze coming in, but that is some wind. It's taken away from my grilling opportunities. There we go. And since we have this piece right here, let's go ahead and get our little strip piece out. Where did you go? Oh, there you are. And glue that down. Okay, I'm still in frame, so that's good. I always like to use these little scrap pieces for the insides of the card. It really gives it just that extra love the inside of the card needs. Go ahead and put that aside. And let's go ahead and bring in our Stampin' blends. Now the colors I am using today, I am using for his hats, I'm using Crumb Cake, and I'm also coming in with our color lifter to give it kind of that old rugged look. So I might even do that on his jeans and his shirt. And his jeans and his mitten, I'm using dark balmy blue. And then the shirts, I'm using dark mint macaron. And then his boots, I am using the neutral tones in the, I think it's called Deep Color Naturals. But this is Stampin' Up! 200. And then for his beard, I'm using the light smoky slate. And for his nose, again, the neutral tones in the 900. Blue is your favorite too, Neil? I love it too, Nell. Love the starry sky. Okay, let's go ahead and start in with his hats. And like I said, we are using the light crumb cake. And let's go ahead and slap some color on here. And like I said, I'm just going in with full coverage and then going in afterwards with the color lifter to give it that more rugged look. Okay. And then just go in with this color lifter, just kind of haphazardly throughout his hat. And then his nose will come in with this neutral peachy tone color, because I know gnomes' noses are kind of peachy. And then for his beard, we're going to come in and I'm just going to do some brush strokes along the lines for the beard. And then I'm also going to come back in with that color lifter and just kind of blend that in. And as you can see, it kind of just gives it a very, almost like a muddy look, like he's been rolling around in the dirt. Anyone else like to just sit and color? I love to just sit and color for hours. Just relax, maybe listen to some music or a podcast and color. Loved coloring as a child and an adult. That's why they came out with those adult coloring books. Because we never stopped loving coloring. His boots. Oh, and I forgot his little mittens. Gotta do that. At least we remembered the envelope this week. I totally forgot about it and realized, and I saw Jason's comment that I had missed the envelope, and I made such a big deal about decorating it too because I hadn't decorated it in a while. Now, as you can see, it lifted that color right up. I don't know if you could see that or not, but it gives it just that rugged little look. Let's go ahead and get these out of the way and we can start building our card. Now, I cannot take credit for this fold. I happened to see my friend Elaine Shader create this on another project, and I absolutely fell in love with the fold. So that's what I love about our community. You find something that you love, it inspires you, and then you change things up by either adding a belly band to it, because what she did was she took this piece right here and just added that to the edge and then added magnets to the pieces, and my magnetic pieces hadn't come in yet, so I thought a belly band would be a nice little change. Okay, let's go ahead and bring this in, and as you can see, we're going to fold this towards this way and then fold that piece back, and then again you're going to fold this one in and then fold that top back, and so there is your double gatefold. Let's go ahead and add our pieces. This is where Tombow glue comes into play very well because it does allow you that wiggle room. So we love Tom in our craft room. And then we are just going to add that and leaving just a little bit of a border around that edge. And then the other side. And this paper is directional, so you definitely want to be careful when you're cutting it, and make sure that you're aware of the direction that it's going. Go. And since it's open, let's go ahead and do the inside piece. And then we'll flip it over and do the outer part of our fold. See? That's why we use Tom. Plus, I'm getting adjusted to my new glasses. So, this is the first time I'm wearing bifocals, so I'm getting used to that little happy medium spot in my, there we go, in my glasses. So, those who wear bifocals know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're just popping on, welcome. We are playing with the Kindest Gnomes stamp set in Stampin' Up. If you're stopping in, you're new here, just tuning in, say hello. We don't bite, I promise. There we go. Whoops. And there is our fold. Now we're going to go ahead and start making our belly band, and I'm going to bring in that 1 by 11 inch piece, and we're just going to haphazardly just kind of lay that down. and loosely bring that in and curve the edge of the card. Don't make it too tight because you definitely want to slide that off, but allow that some extra room. So when you're gluing down, you want to make that just a little loose so it can slide on and off. And then I'm going to come in with some Stampin' Seal Plus, a little bit more durable adhesive, just to give it that extra. Now don't worry about this piece right here because we're actually going to be covering it up with our square. And then what we're going to do now is go ahead and put adhesive along here and add our square, add a diamond shape. And there we go. And then of course we're going to be finishing it off with our favorite rhinestone, or our favorite, oh, see? I made my belly band just a little too snug, but I think I could still make it work. There, it's a little bit snugger than I would have liked to have done, but she works. She still slides up and down, so we're good to go there. So let's go ahead and bring in our embellishments. And then of course we're going to be using the balmy blue to match it. Go, whoops, there, right there, and right there. And there we go. What do you guys think? We are all done with that. Do you like it? And then you just slide that off. And you open it right up just like that. Cute, right? I love these gnomes. I'm absolutely obsessed with them. And you will be seeing more projects with them. Oh, Tammy, I'm really fighting with this belly band. I made it just a little too snug. Again, that's why you need to make that a little bit looser. But there we go. So cute, right? Good. I'm so glad you guys loved it. Looks great. Perfect. Well, as I said from last week, I don't know if she's in here. I haven't seen a comment from her, but last week we did a cow card and we were gonna name our cow. Well, I put that in the hands of my husband to pick a name, and he happened to choose Santabelle. He loved the name Santabelle. All the names were so cute, but he loved Santabelle. And Ann Curland, you are our winner of our card from last week. So if you are on here, I will go ahead and reach out to you as well. But message me your address and I'll get that out in today's mail or tomorrow's mail. It's a little too late for today's mail, but congratulations to Anne for choosing our Santabelle. And if you guys think we should name our gnome, I might do the same thing this week. So if you guys want to name our gnome, we're going to be making several projects with him, but we can name him. And you can go ahead and do that same thing. Hashtag gnome. And we'll name him as well. But I want to thank you all for joining me today. Again, if you missed the sizes and dimensions, they will be on my blog tomorrow on cardsbytlc.com. All the products I used today will also be there along with it in the description box below when we make this shareable. And when this becomes, it takes about an hour for YouTube to recognize the live, I think. I'm hoping that I figured out how to make it activate a little bit sooner, but it is in the description box below. And if you enjoyed today's project, I would love for you to click the like button on the video. It helps me grow my channel and get more viewers out to see my videos. And if you know anyone that would love to watch my weekly lives, please be sure to share my channel with them. Again, that helps me grow my channel. I'm slowly growing it and I'm so excited about that. Again, thank you everyone for joining me today, and I will see you all next week. I haven't quite figured out what we're going to be playing with next week, but I do have some new product coming in on Saturday, so I'm excited about that. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week, and a wonderful and happy weekend. And I'll see you guys next week at 4 p.m. Thanks everyone. Bye.